Last time on Stardust and Dragons, our dubious heroes came face to face with Kaelin Silvermist, the Shadow Assassin. After a fierce and bloody battle, our heroes prevailed. But they're not out of the woods yet. They still need to escape with their lives.
Whew. That's it, right? All right.
Oh, yeah. That's
Intense,
what the
right?
patients are here for.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Here
up,
we go.
guys?
What's up?
Welcome to another episode of Stardust and Dragons. I am your humble host, your notable narrator, Brenden Hatcher. But what would this game be without its amazing cast? Say what's up to the people, guys.
What's up, people?
Hi.
Howdy, folks.
Welcome back.
By this time, you know him, you love him. We got Christian Hatcher playing Brenden Dionheart.
I'm playing Brenden Dionheart. Almost slipped into Flip there, but he's coming next.
Yeah, speaking of, we got Dan Wood playing Flip Odonell.
It's an infectious voice, I can assure you. I've taken notes and ready for anything.
Yeah. Speaking of note-taking, y'all segues are perfect today. We have Rayna Mcguire playing Constant.
Hi. I've been leveling up from emotional trauma since last episode.
Doesn't that feel all level ups, right? And
Hey, that feels like a good segue too.
Right. Speaking of emotional trauma,
The person that caused it is right here.
we have Max Morin playing Lyrax Proudmane.
Hello, I am the flirtatious feline, the pretty kitty himself, Lyrax, and I cut off a man's head in front of my sister figure, and she's not looking too good.
Jeez,
But she's stronger.
Fine.
She's harder.
No one else is reacting to this.
all right.
That's
all
pretty
right.
much a typical day in the office in D&D. I'm sorry.
And so, yeah, in case listeners, if you couldn't tell, we are picking up right where we left off. Kaelin is defeated. The torture chamber
yeah.
is destroyed. And the key to Jura's heart has been stolen. Players, you hear muffled screams and spells being cast behind you. Constant in the back, you see the rocks begin to shatter as Jura's forces make their way through. You hear muffled voices behind the rocks. Don't let them get away! And you see the earth kind of move as you can tell mold earth is being cast to help move the rocks out of the way. What do?
Well, other than piss myself. Constant is very shaken, but seeing this, she will decide that any current emotional trauma can be put on the back burner for like a good 5-10 minutes till we're out of this new emotional trauma. We gotta go right now.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Lyrax, you good?
Good as I ever am. And he kind of bounces on like his pads, and he looks a little bit like energized. There's something a little bit different about him. His mane has a little bit of red lightning coming off of it, just a little static.
Okay, whatever. And all right, Flip.
I'd like to think that you're just like freaking paladins.
How does
weird.
how is everybody looking? Like in terms of health?
Oh, I'm hurting actually.
Flip, I know. Well, you know what? I have more health than both. I pull out a little, 2 little red bullets, pop them inside my magical pistol, aim one over at Lyrax, and one over at Flip. And Lyrax and Flip are both gonna get 7 points of healing as I cast my last 2 spell slots of Cure Wounds.
Brenden, as you cast those last 2 spell slots, you feel the stardust begin to wear off. And your old bones buckle a bit.
My hip pops like Flip's.
He's just an old man.
I appreciate the healing. I can take a hit though.
Yeah. Okay.
Brenden, give me a constitution saving throw, please.
All right. That's a 10.
How many
4.
you took 4?
4. I think it was 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 3 or 4. I feel something happen in my body.
Oh, Brenden, are you all right?
My feet feel all tingly. I think.
Oh, that's either the sign of a stroke or you just fell asleep.
So I smell burnt toast.
Oh no.
Do we need to get the pills?
I don't know if it's that type of burnt toast flip.
I don't know if lay on hands is strong enough for a stroke.
Goodness.
Speaking of lay on hands, Lyrax does touch his chest, and his golden / I guess red lightning, because I really like that aesthetic, kind of glows, and he almost like AED just himself, and he takes 10 more points of healing, get him a little bit closer to full.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all are feeling good. Y'all just see blood just
Oh my gosh.
dripping down Brendan's face and off his sides.
Constant rushes over and starts like looking at his eyes like you do, like when you're trying to see if they've had like brain damage. And like, okay, how many fingers am I holding up?
We don't have time to count fingers. We need to go.
It's like, ah.
You'll be all right, mate. Let's get out of here first.
Okay,
Get the shit,
let's
get your
go.
peels.
Can he walk?
I assume I can
/
walk.
run.
Worst comes to worst, I hop on my my flamethrower and let it take me out.
It's a little booster. It like the flames spewing out the back like it's a rocket, but it's not doing anything. It's just for aesthetic.
Just ragdolling on a rocket, just being held through the caverns.
Full Gary's mod physics.
Okay. What was your saving?
A 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Brenden,
Yeah.
you feel exhausted.
Ooh. How many?
Okay.
Quite exhausted.
Oh.
You take just one. Yeah. You experience a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I've done Stardust. I'm good, y'all.
He'll be all right. He just needs his coffee.
Yeah, let's go.
He wipes the blood out of his eye.
Yeah, just it spits. And I start running.
See, this is why I'm not a proponent of Stardust, among many other reasons.
Yeah, I don't like Stardust either, but let's go.
All right. Who's the slowest
I
party
am
member?
the slowest by far right now. Well, I guess, no, me and Flip, all of us run the same speed except you, Lyrax.
You're all 25?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all short.
Okay.
Lyrax just towering. Who's the slowest?
I'm sorry I'm asking because I need to see who I'm going to like take with me.
As you guys sprint through the catacombs, you hear behind you another explosion as the shatter spell is cast on the rocks, and you see a bunch of pebbles just fly near you as you guys take off running. You hear someone alert Jura now, and you kind of hear them kind of scuffle over the rocks as they take off running after you.
As we're running, my little fire cannon thing, once we pass by any of the tombs and stuff, what were not catacombs, they were like the coffins or whatever. It's gonna set one of them ablaze.
Okay.
Create some smoke and make it even harder to see us as we're running.
Okay.
I was going to say, Brenden, I don't have the stats for this cloak thing that you gave me last episode. Can I just like burn a thing of that to shroud the passageway?
No, not yet.
Okay, I have to attune first. All right, cool. I just look great right now.
Yeah. Very angry and menacing.
Yeah.
Like digging the golden red.
Heck yeah. I will, seeing that everybody is just not nearly as fast as me, I'll pick up Constant on one shoulder.
Constant flinches.
It's okay, don't worry about it. We need to go. I'm sorry, I had to give you an impromptu piggyback ride.
Just as you say that and you sprint forward, you nearly run into one of Jura's men as you round the corner.
What?
Okay. One of the ones that came from a different way, I guess.
Real quick, give me an initiative roll. Just Lyrax.
Gotcha. Oh, wait.
What's she constant doing too? She's on Lyrax, kind of.
If she wants to.
I had vowed to not use D&D Beyond, but I clicked out of habit. Can I roll my actual die? I'm not. I'll take the bad one if you want.
You shouldn't have told me.
Okay, it's a 9.
Now you have to take it. A 9.
Yeah, D&D Beyond said 9 because it hates
That's so
me.
funny because I rolled a 10.
Constant rolled a 3, so
Constant rolled a 3. He instinctively pulls out his sword and takes a swipe at you, Lyrax.
Okay.
And he rolls a freaking natural 20.
Oh.
It misses. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. But then he rolled minimums on damage, which is insane. So you take a total of 5 points of damage. As he comes in, he screams at you, and I think out of mostly fear. but it intimidates you, which is why you thought it was a natural 20. Then he comes out and he swings, and it's like a paper cut. And you take 5 points of damage. And then he just kind of stares at you blankly. What do you do?
I don't have time for you. So you can either get out of my way, or I'll cut you down.
You'll do it too.
So I would like to intimidate him first, and then if he doesn't move, I'm gonna swing.
Make a roll.
Wait, don't use D&D. Beyond, I'm not even looking at that.
It's fine. It's a 19.
Would it be-
Okay. It's fine. It's 19.
19. Absolutely. Yeah. His face goes pale. He drops his sword, just kind of steps backwards, back around the corner.
Okay, cool. I would like to note that we all have our disguises, our scarves and bandanas on.
I got my yellow bandana around my face.
Mm-hmm. So
Like that.
if it was like a witness's situation, it might be a different scenario. But for now, I'm able to let him go, and he's no issue. So I continue running.
We're the Scarved Scoundrels, and we've got dominion down here.
Indeed.
And I don't want to get too far ahead of everybody, so I'll just make sure I've got Constant with me.
Okay, yeah. Lyrax, you keep pace with the rest of the crew, and you guys make it through the rest of the catacombs with more or less no encounters. And you get back to the little secret area where you came in before that leads into the mines. And as you guys are kind of fitting your way through this hole, you hear the rest of Jura's forces round the corner, and you hear the two short men, especially, the sound of rifles cocking and machine guns whirring up. Everyone give me a dexterity saving throw.
If I push Constant in, well, can I take disadvantage and they get better rolls?
Absolutely.
Can I do something else instead? My little flamethrower is still right behind us, and it takes up a whole space because it is a small, almost creature. It has its own AC, and it's firing out just straight flames through the hole. I'm willing to let it die and get destroyed right here if we take no damage. It also has a lot of health.
It'll give everyone advantage on the save.
Okay, so does mine go to flat then? If I'm pushing Constant, so they don't have to?
I'll take the advantage.
You get advantage too, because Brenden gave you advantage, and you gave Constant advantage, and Constant, you get all the advantage
Everybody
in the world.
got an advantage.
Yeah.
Listen, if you don't make it, you make it. All right.
All right, let's see what we got.
I got a 21.
18.
18. Okay.
And
Constant, with triple advantage, don't give me that face. Hang on a
Okay,
minute.
triple, one more time. Let's get it.
I got a 15.
15.
Yeah.
You want to know all three of my rolls?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
5, 6, 7.
Wow.
You got a straight.
I'm gonna have to give up on D&D Beyond as well because it's giving up on me.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my
Christian and I literally did like 10 to 15 test rolls before this, and they were all like, most of them were below 10.
6 out of 10 below 10. No thank you, D&D Beyond.
Ooh.
Oh, dice.
Constant. Despite everyone's best efforts, Lyrax getting in the way, the giant flamethrower getting in the way and spewing God of Flame, you still catch a couple strays.
I love it's like that one bullet. You get the bullet time freaking Watchmen. It goes through all of our arms.
That's right.
It just
Lyrax is through.
It makes its way through my main. Yeah.
And Constant, it hits you right in the shoulder blade, and it's a clean through and through as you take 7 points of damage. And your first bullet wound.
It's okay. There's plenty more of those to come.
It's a great memory from the day.
Right through the shoulder. But everyone else made their saves. You all are able to make it through the hole, and with the flamethrower standing in between you guys and the hole, that is enough to kind of hold them off enough for you guys to make it into the mines and away from the catacombs. Congratulations.
Okay. All right. Lyrax. First off, Miss Constance, are you okay? I don't have any. I just reach through my bag and pull out the I got shot kit because I don't have any more spells or anything like that. And Lyrax
is gonna go ahead and lay on hands on Constant.
She's just like curiously looking at her wound, like she's horrified, but she's also never been shot, so new experience.
All right.
Well, you see his delicate golden beams light up, and there's a little zip of static as it kind of connects like a spark plug to your bullet wound. It doesn't really hurt; it just feels like warm as you heal for 5.
All right.
I flinch at first, but then just kind of accept it.
I put back up my my kit instead, and all right.
That's all I've got. Nobody else gets shot.
Lyrax, do you want to put your little seeing sight stones up or not?
We put one up in the security room already.
Yeah, but are you gonna put one up in that laboratory or whatever?
It couldn't hurt.
Okay, let's go. You got 4. Put one up right here too. You can see who's coming out of this secret entrance.
I mean, yeah, the guy can. We won't be able to, but I'll do it anyways. And
fine.
Just globs it up there. Attaches it.
Yeah, Chunk will go and beep, make sure it stays.
Sweet.
And I guess we'll start running.
I have something pretty dumb, Brenden.
What's that?
So I can action and bonus action dash.
Mm-hmm.
So I can move an incredible distance even without my tabaxi stuff. So I'm thinking I just take them and start ferrying them just a little bit fast.
All right, so here's how this is going to work, right?
Yeah.
Going back through the mines, we've got a little skill challenge thing. So
okay.
Wow, and
Never
I have
mind.
disadvantage.
dice to go. Yes, and you have disadvantage. Yes,
I'll carry you.
You're exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
It's time for your piggyback ride. Get on, Brenden.
If you want to give him a piggyback ride, I'm gonna have to give you disadvantage, Lyrax.
I mean,
it's not worth it.
It'll probably be okay.
We'll see what the rolls are.
You guys
Yeah,
are
sure.
all right. So just like you were going through before, you guys reach like a 50-foot chasm that you guys leap across. Give me
All right.
a dex save or an athletics.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics or athletics.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll gladly take disadvantage if that means I can help Brenden.
Yeah, go for it. I'll hop on your back.
I tense my
Don't
meaty
you
thighs.
dare roll on freaking D&D Beyond either.
Oh, you're right. I was about to click it.
I'm gonna hop off and do it myself.
All right. Here's the disadvantage. Come on, baby. Help me down. Ooh, yeah. So it's a 19 and 14 on the die, so a 21 total.
21 total. Fire. What the rest of you get?
Lyrax does a backflip with Brenden on him.
I keep
That is-
holding on.
An 11. Ew.
An 11.
Ew.
Ew. Flip, you leap across, but you hear something kind of pop as you jump, and you hit the side of the wall and kind of slide down. But luckily your partner's there to kind of reach his hand down and grab you
From my back.
Hey,
all the way down.
You all right, Flip?
No, dude.
It's your hit. How about you take? Okay, and I start pushing Flip up onto Lyrax's back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you,
He's
mate.
gonna be carrying all 3 of you.
No,
I'm sorry about that, Lyrax. That's
Okay.
Constant. Once again, you pretty much grew up in the mines. You get advantage on all of these skill checks.
Okay.
Acrobatics or athletics.
Right.
He's frozen in fear.
Oh.
You get advantage. Did you roll
Get
2
advantage.
ones? Oh no.
I rolled a 3, and I rolled a 6.
You know, sometimes it'd be like that.
For a
Sometimes-
total of, if it's athletics,
Hang
8.
on.
Man, it would have been
Sometimes
better if
it
you
be-
rolled a 1.
Okay. I have 50 feet of rope. Can I throw it out like halfway?
You can totally throw it out halfway. You throw the rope down to Constant. Constant's able to grab the rope and just hold on for dear life
Oh,
as you
Yes.
guys
I'll help you pull.
I'll try to
ties it around her waist and just like
just lays
This is the worst day of my life.
It's all right.
Yes,
We're almost
you're
there.
all right. You're all right, boss.
Like,
There you go.
not even like top 3 worst days, definitely the worst day.
Constant's seen more today than she has seen ever.
It's not the worst day. None of us have died.
Keep going.
I'll amend that worst day so far, but definitely the
Miss
worst.
Constant, you're still breathing. You're all good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys make it a couple more yards through through the mines and you get to a really tiny little crawl space that you guys need to get through.
Oh no, my one weakness.
Give me athletics or survival. And Lyrax, you have disadvantage.
Do we get advantage
I'm
on
the
this
only
one?
not short one.
For the short folk?
It's
Crawl it through
you guys get a straight roll.
Yeah, I think I get disadvantage because I'm the only regular
I
sized
still
person.
get freaking disadvantage, man.
Yes.
What? Oh
I
yeah.
got a 15, finally.
There we go. Costa, you walk through.
I got a natural
How
20
did she
and
do
an
that?
18. So actually, let's see. You said it was an athletics?
Or survival.
So I got a 21 with disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, you're fine.
Oh my god. Wait, is it survival or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Survival or athletics.
Oh, dog. Oh, you know what? I want to.
Yeah, me too. Me
I'm
too,
a
buddy.
survival guy. What'd I tell you? That's a 13.
That's a 13.
Yeah, look at that. That ain't bad.
That ain't bad. You beats.
He squeezes through and he has to let out a fart to make the room.
He's like limboing, and his hopped hip is just like, wow, that's a lot easier when you don't have a spine.
And my boy Lyrax.
Yeah, so it's my turn to fail. I got a natural 1 with that disadvantage.
Roll again.
He's too big.
Roll again. Yeah, as you are looking like your back is going, like as you're not gonna fit through.
The main's already caught.
The main starts to glow again from that sanctuary bullet from way back in the Coliseum, and allows you to roll one more time. As I use some.
Because I never used
help. No. Luck.
Oh, you just have a bullet that does stuff in me now?
Yeah, man.
Great.
Mark every one of y'all.
Concerning, but very well.
Not creepy at all. Yeah.
That's a total of a 19 then. I get to roll one more time.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
It's like a thing where cats find the really tiny box and it looks like there's no way they could fit in there, and then they just turn into liquid. They see out of nowhere and just get right through.
Yeah.
The bullet just shrinks you. It just
shrinks the bones.
You're as big as we are now, Lyrax.
Out for a second, and then finally, you come across a very narrow cliff. You guys need to stick to the wall and creep across. Give me acrobatics or survival.
I love that we're running this fast. I just like to think, are they making all these checks behind us? Are
They're
we
probably not doing
anything?
it as well. I'll be
hearing,
honest.
Hearing yelling, ah, as they fall through, or they're getting move.
If they still have the trail.
After a while, you don't really.
Yeah, I would assume.
Alright.
You see that?
I got the same thing.
If somebody needs advantage, I'll take the disadvantage again.
Give it to
Constance
Flip.
got another 15, so
Constance
Hi,
is
Brenden.
Constance good.
she just need to get shot one good time, and then she just
I'm out.
stop caring enough to be competent.
Flip, what you got?
That is looking like a 6, boss.
A 6. Ooh.
It's a 6 with me too. 2 short men.
I can only save one of you.
It's fine.
I've had a nice life. Let it be constant.
I saved Brenden once already. Flip, I'm gonna take disadvantage to help you out.
Oh, you're a star.
As Lyrax looks like he's about to make it, and he's like, "Oh wait, Flip!" And then he grabs onto the ledge with his tail and reaches down and tosses him.
Okay.
Make it very dramatic.
It's like a
As you
softball pitch.
Yeah, as you reach down, and grab Flip,
Mm-hmm.
Lyrax, your shield comes loose and slips off of your back
Wait, no.
and falls down into the cavern.
My nondescript shield. Ah, but I'd have that shield for years. Ah.
You pull Flip back up. You pull Flip and Brenden back up. Even though they both failed. Everyone.
Oh, I get both of them in exchange for the shield? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. He looks down into the chasm after it, saying maybe there's a footpath somewhere, but
Well, technically speaking, I could have Chunk helping me out with every single one of these.
You didn't think of that.
That's too late. The shield's gone.
Too late.
You're very
Chunk, go
tired.
get the shield.
You got brave. You got brave.
Go get the shield.
Chunk, go get the shield. I'm kidding.
You guys make it back. You guys make it back to the lift. You all pile on.
Oh, so I guess
Push it
so.
back.
Did we not get a chance to put in the thing in the experiments room?
No.
We mean no.
He'll have to settle for the security room that has cameras of every room, I guess.
Fine. Screw him. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, you still had a couple of sight stones left.
Put one
Didn't
on
need 'em.
the elevator.
Sure. I don't want to keep carrying them around if he can see through them.
Yeah. Put one on the elevator. So he knows who's coming down and not shizzing it.
Sure.
There you go.
Hopefully, no one finds it.
Well, we're gonna
not
hide
our
2
problem
in
anyway,
different
so.
spots. So even if one goes away, then
There.
You all make it back up to back to the surface, where the air is, I wouldn't say fresh, but it's definitely not as sticky and dank as down in the mines. You're back in the wastelands, little no man's lands area, where all of the slaves and the serfs were. Yeah, you breach the surface and you all kind of step off of the lift, and out in the distance, over by the spaceport, Brenden, you see flashing blue and red lights, and you can kind of hear faintly screaming, and you see one very nice luxury starship just flying haphazardly above the spaceport, flying left and right, and you hear,
Please remove yourself from the vehicle. Please remove yourself from the vehicle. Please land the vehicle, sir.
and
they made it. Those crazy sons of bitches.
Like almost a small tear is gonna come down Brendan's face. It's definitely an ET moment.
So you just cross over the moon, just like
Exactly.
really wobbly.
All right, guys.
And as you guys all stand there for a second, the adrenaline wears off. Everyone give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh,
Why?
all right.
13.
As you demand, Lord. Ooh, 17.
Let me see. If I get 2 levels of exhaustion from running, I'm gonna be pissed, Brandon.
5.
8.
Everyone who rolled below a 15
Oh.
gains a level of exhaustion.
You suck. You know that. You suck.
That wasn't even like a.
That makes sense.
That's not even. That's no. You suck.
Wow, that was a direct attack.
Fine.
I attacked his hit points directly.
as the weights of you guys have been running, you guys have gotten it. You guys ran into the mines through the catacombs, got in a fight, freed a bunch of slaves, and then ran out of the catacombs. And this is the first time you've gotten to actually catch your breath. Yeah, absolutely. You take a level of exhaustion.
That's fair. If you're not a trained endurance sprinter like me.
I'm gonna shoot you. Okay.
Oh, wait, that wasn't in character. I didn't have the sultry voice on.
Constant would absolutely just be throwing up if there was anything in there to throw up. She's just
Fine. Oh wait, Chunk can help me.
You already
I got
rolled.
$1.
I got an.
You already
18.
rolled.
I got.
No,
an
you already
18.
rolled.
I got an 18.
You already rolled.
I'm not gonna put that. I'm not putting it down. I got
That's
an
2
18.
levels of exhaustion
Screw that.
for old Brenden Dionheart here.
Christian's like dungeon master, you need dungeon suggestion.
You
All
guys, yeah, you take a minute to kind of realize the severity of what happened. Constant, especially, just hands on knees, just vomiting until there's nothing left.
Lyrax would offer to hold your hair back for you.
she's a little wary, but more focused on throwing up right now. So if you do or don't, she's
Sure, she'll-
just twirling.
I mean, he doesn't expect you to respond, so he'll just do it. He's been a bartender for long enough.
That was worse than expected. That being said, I think we need to go talk to Sorry. Just a little... seems like God's punishing me or something. I don't know.
Maybe
You did consume some of that Stardust in there.
Yeah. But he needed it.
Does that happen like every time you take Stardust, or?
I don't take Stardust often. I just, use it to build stuff. Oh, I got a massive headache. Okay, how about we go see, Estrella tomorrow?
And we also have to talk to our other benefactor.
Yeah, we can do that too. Tonight though, let's go take a nap or something.
Sure. Where are we going? Back to your auntie's?
That's farther than where I think Amma can make it. I'm probably gonna go sleep on my ship tonight. Personally.
And isn't all of it across town?
Yeah.
We did park rather far away.
Yeah, we got a ride here.
Yeah, guys, but I want to put
Looks
away...
like we're still walking.
I want to use all of these pistols and put them on the ship instead of, we got 3 extra pistols. Kind of want to put them on the ship rather than bring them into Aunt May's.
And it might not be great to take any kind of heat to Aunt May's.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I take off my little mask. I roll it up, and I just throw it into one of the little, the little can fire things.
I was about to say, if there's not a fire, I was gonna make one to burn our stuff.
Yeah, put all of that in there. I take off my nondescript shades and glasses, and I put back on my goggles of night.
Yeah, Lyrax turns back into a bartender after a few moments of rustling.
Suggest you burn your clothes.
Well, these were covered.
Oh, okay.
I would never wear my vest into a dungeon. Not exposed, at least.
Yeah.
So he looks at it and he's like, there are a few nicks on it. I'll have to stitch those up.
Chunk comes and flies on your shoulder and just mends all of our clothing up and makes us look good as new.
Oh.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
You guys get yourselves together and you use the cover of the chaos happening at the spaceport to cross the wasteland pretty much unburdened, undetected. But it
just sucks.
Yeah, it's a long walk back to Tipsy Weaver. Do you go back to Maze or?
I'd rather go back to the ship personally. I want to drop off the stuff, and I think Brenden feels a lot more comfortable in the ship with what just happened. Especially, he also needs to he wants to make the copy of the key tonight.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys, I believe you left your ship in Arcadia, not Aphrodisia, right?
Is Aphrodisia the one with Estrella?
Yes.
Arcadia was the first one we went into.
Yeah, whatever.
That was where the Colosseum was.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say because Aphrodisia's spaceport is a little busy right now.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
Not this.
So you guys go back to the Arcadia port. Make it back to the ship.
Beep, beep. Hop on inside and I set up the little key thing. And I let Chunk and I look over at Flip. Flip, you think you can handle this? I need to take a nap.
Handle what? What do you need me to do?
I just need you to cut along the little, area that I made. And basically I still have that metal bar that I made. And it has an outline of the key that we're giving to Estrella. Yeah, if you could just cut that in the workshop or something. Chunk will help you. He'll give you whatever help you need. I need to lay down.
Yeah, you rest. I'll do my best.
Yeah, and I'll put add 3 pistols to our armory.
Okay.
From the guards.
You guys keep up with that.
And I go lay down. I mean, I just assume we have a lot of pistols and guns in there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Lyrax will see all that and be like, the ship's kind of short for me. I think I might chill outside for a little while, keep watch.
All right. Just call us if you need anything.
Are you gonna keep watch or are you gonna rest, Lyrax?
I mean, I'll rest after like an hour or so. He's kind of still jazzed, even though the walk through the desert kind of sucked. He didn't get exhausted. He's just like, And also, he wants to maybe do some reaching out to whatever god answered his call for an oath of vengeance.
Oh, did you make your save earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so you straight. Okay.
He's not going to stay up to the point where he's going to be exhausted, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Constant
has just laid down in a corner somewhere. Like her eyes are still just like, she's got like 100-yard stare. She's just down. She's just down for the count.
After Chunk helps out Flip, he will go over to Constant and just like get a brush and just brush her hair through the whole night. As she did get shot today, and Chunk is the only one with although it might be a magical rock heart, he does have one.
No.
I did a self-imposed perception check to see if I noticed Constant. I did not.
This is just how she is.
Well, no, Lyrax cares very much for her, and he wants to make sure she's, like, good, but he's also got a lot on his mind.
Chop somebody's
head.
head.
And the existential crisis is just kind of a constant state of being, so...
To a degree, but you're a little shell-shocked. Let's be frank. And it's because of me. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome for the character growth, Rayna.
That's what we'll call it.
All right. And with that, you guys pass out and you get a long rest.
Sweet. Should I do like a religion to see if I can get any beat on that new god? It's a +0, so I'm not hopeful.
Go for it.
All right, cool. Hot dice. 11.
You don't hear anything. The god is no gods answer your call this night, but you do feel right.
Okay.
You feel convicted.
Got something going now. I guess he doesn't have anybody to swear to right now, but he's been practicing it for a long time, ever since he was little, because he was raised as a paladin. He was raised to kind of uphold those values for his kingdom and all that. So and I won't go through them all right now, but he kind of makes his own little set of vows during the night, and he swears by them just outside the ship in the dark, dank spaceport. It's a little, a little moment, but it's big for him. And he says, "Whoever you are, thank you. I look forward to upholding my vows." And then he goes to bed.
And a long rest is had.
Yay.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to check the armory. You have any shields in there? Dang.
The only shield we have is the one that I use, and it's more built into my my wristband. It's more like a projection of a shield.
Okay.
Shield. Yeah.
Fair. I'll go shopping, look for an antique store on the way to Estrella's.
I guess when we wake up, even though I'm still exhausted, I'm gonna take out the 3 little pieces that we got. I think it was 2 legs or 2 arms and a leg or something like that. 2 legs and an arm. That's what it was. I'm gonna put them on just in the workshop for later, and I'll take a look over at Constant and just do like a little, picture thing and figure out and start running some calculations in my mind as I look at the little bullet wound she has. All right, everybody, up and at 'em. We ready to go?
I think so. Quick question. Were we gonna go? I can't remember his name. It's feels like it's been a month or so since we talked to this man. The other merchant lord, the scribe
one you and Flip went to talk to.
Yeah, he owes us payment now.
That he does. He does indeed.
Should we make him like a pit stop, or should we send someone there separately?
Well, you're in the market for a new shield, are you not, Lyrax?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do 2 birds, 1 stone. How about that? Look for a shield, talk to him on the way.
How about? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I was about to say, I don't know if we want to use our favor on a shield, but
No.
It would have to be a really, really good shield.
Maybe on the way over, I'll remember his name.
Terwin, yeah.
Terwin, right.
sure.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
rolls
like
off the
that.
tongue.
I mean,
But it's a lovely name.
if you say so. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get moving at least. For now, let's go get your shield first. We have plenty of money.
Do I need to roll anything for making the key with Chunk?
Oh, yeah.
Like a sleight of hand, something like that.
Dexterity.
I think, don't you have mechanics?
I have mechanic.
I do not have mechanics, no.
I mean,
I
I
have
can
sleight of
make
hand.
it if you want me to make it.
It was my job.
Do it when I want.
Flippy can certainly try.
Mechanics or sleight of hand, what you want? With Chunk advantage, because he's essentially like a familiar at this point.
Yeah, I'm not going to say sleight of hand gives it to you. 'Cause it's like a completely different set of skills. I'm going to say mechanics. If you're not proficient in mechanics, then Chunk won't give you advantage, but he will make it a straight roll for you.
I like it. Well, let's see if I like it. I like it. That's fair. 15. How's that work for you?
Chunk did most of the work.
That's, you know what? That's what he's
Chunk
here
had
for.
him holding it in his hand, and Chunk like had a little laser and stuff like that. Anytime that he like nod
Flip
off,
is asleep.
his head would like Chunk would just tap at him and wake him up.
Yes.
For those of you that can't see the recording, Flip was just like falling asleep in the camera. It was hilarious.
All right. So let's go get you a shield, shall we?
Sure. Guess we need to find an.
Yeah.
I don't think your people carry that many shields, so we'd have to find some kind of older shop, I imagine.
Can we just? I think it would be better if I just made you a shield, Lyrax.
You could if you want.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Let's. I want to kind of get off of here. I don't like that we stole from one of the 4 basically kings here, and we're sticking. I kind of want to, let's get the money, get the ship fixed, and jet out of here. Huh?
I second that plan.
Okay, cool. Let's head over to. How about we do this? This will be the order of operations. Let's go ahead and head over to Estrella. Then let's go to Jura. Or Estrella, head back over to Maze. Let Lucky know that we got everything we need to got, so he can start fixing the ship. Then we head over to was it Jura? Let's head over there.
Not Jura, Terwin.
Terwin. Let's head over to Terwin.
Jura's the guy you stole.
Hey, I'm exhausted. Okay, let's go over and talk to Terwin. Grab the whatever prize you're gonna get from him. Hopefully by then, Lucky will have had enough time and money to fix the ship, and we can get out of here. How's that sound, everybody?
Sure.
Works for me.
I'll
All
try
right,
and see if I can get some materials for you to work with on the way.
I'll assist in that best I can.
Sure thing. Let's go.
Shopping trip.
Hop out. Get going.
How's Constant doing this morning, by the way?
She's much calmer now. She's still a little quiet, but she's definitely not like as jumpy and jittery as she has been. She's had time to process a little bit what's happened.
Are you giving me like a look?
No, the stare seems directed inward.
Okay. Nothing I would notice then.
Probably not.
Cool. Just wondering. All right, we're doing things.
All right, so you guys head to
Estrella's.
Aphrodisia, back to Estrella's palace.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you guys walk through Arcadia, the place is kind of a buzz with the events of last night. Lots of people talking about Estrella's party. Talking about the chaos at the spaceport and how all of these homeless wretches came and and just swarm the guards, and other people talk about how how the poor and disenfranchised rose up and decided to stick it to the man, and just all sorts of differing views on the events. And hey, I'm sure Brendan's just walking around smug as hell.
Good night last night, wasn't it, everybody? Just like a little high and a wave. He definitely, like, the bags under his eyes are a little deeper, but he's just smiling like he's like, I had a little too much to drink. Yeah, how about you? Yeah.
You guys cross over into Aphrodisia, which is a bit more locked down than it was before. You see, not necessarily at first glance, you wouldn't even notice that they were guards, because they're dressed so elegantly. They're dressed more like Secret Service agents than they are like security. You know, they're all in pristine tuxedos, but not even just like black tuxedos, like, you know, different colors and designs on them. You know, like they stand out for security, but there's a bunch of them, and especially the two short men, you can tell because of just how they're standing and how they move. Constant and Lyrax, you might not even have noticed at first. But you know why they're there.
Bachelor's party.
Nope.
Someone died?
Unfortunate.
Tragic, really? No, that's sad. Didn't even know who would die.
Wait, stop.
Probably someone at the spaceport. Unless there was a party assassination. Ooh, we used to have lots of those.
Oh my goodness, let's go, guys.
Used to what?
Oh, just back on my home planet, that was one of the things you had to watch out for if you ever went to a royal party. You know, poisoned wine, sometimes knives. That's why we all had high back chairs at the dinner table.
That sounds weirdly elegant.
Are you like a prince or something? A king? Lyrax, who are you?
Oh, just nobility.
Just nobility.
Lower class.
I'm over here thinking that Constance needs to be paying for the ship, and we got fudging nobility with us. You've been holding out, Lyrax, and we'll talk about this. I swear.
I'm not only not rich anymore, I'm also in debt. So.
Oh.
Ooh, tragic
I don't even
nobility.
understand how that even works.
It's called
a debtor's prison.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, yeah. We'll talk about this later.
As much as you feel like. It gives you a wink. Just seeing Christian's face is worth it on its own. So we go in, I assume? Or do the guards, like,
oh no,
hassle us before we go in?
No, the guards don't hassle you.
Do we get pat down?
They do take notice of you. But they don't,
yeah, they don't say
but
nothing.
they don't engage you.
Okay. He'll lean over to one of the guards with the finer suits. Are any of them wearing gold?
Yes, of course.
With the different colors. Yeah, he'll lean over to that guy and be like, looks good on you.
He doesn't say anything.
Wow. Stone cold.
All right, where are the butlers? Where are my friends?
Speaking of, yeah, you guys approach the Designer Queen's palace, and standing outside to greet you is Klaus.
Klaus, how you doing, mate?
The if you remember, this looking as distinguished as ever, this elven gentleman, getting on in years with his very luxurious mustache that has been manicured to a T. Freshly pressed tuxedo. His is in the traditional black and white. You know, he's old school like that. Because
he a OG, Klaus. That's right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning, Klaus.
The Designer Queen is expecting you.
On point, Mike. Hey, Klaus, you think you could hit us up with some of that nice food again while we go meet with her?
But of course. And he turns around and begins walking inside.
Bro, it's smooth. Just smooth. I love it. Man, a few words.
He's got a very distinguished air about him.
Yeah.
He leads you inside this Estrella's lush, luxurious palace. You remember. But he doesn't take you to the pit house this time. He takes you out into a courtyard. It's a sprawling, manicured garden with just a dazzling array of multicolored flowers, all in full bloom. Flowers that shouldn't even be in season, but they're here.
Is it like an indoor courtyard? Because it's a pyramid, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, you couldn't even tell. It's just so cool looking.
Right,
so beautiful.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Even if you look up like there's like glass with like triangles outlined in gold all along the way. So like the light when the light kind of comes in, it creates like this rainbow prism that kind of bathes everything in different colors, and it's almost magical. Like as the lights kind of dance in between each one of the colors and twinkle. As you walk through the garden, as Klaus leads you, you feel a gentle breeze that kind of rustles through the flowers and the leaves of the tall swaying trees, and you forget that you're inside for a second. As you come out into a clearing, the first thing you see is these elegant floating tables that are draped in these crisp white linens, and they just kind of float and bob there, and each one of them has an ornate centerpiece that looks like it could have been hand carved or created by magic, like a vase with a rose in it, or some sort of organic flower, or like a sculpture. On the far end of the clearing, in a gazebo, a picnic style table with room for all of her guests, and sitting on the other side, looking up at you. First, you see this enormous sun hat that she's wearing. This enormous white sun hat has a bit of a veil that comes down that covers her face. And she tilts her chin up ever so slightly as you guys come in. And Lyrax, you swear she's looking directly at you as you guys approach. She's wearing a very form-fitting, luxurious yellow gown, adorned with different crystals around her neck and up on her shoulders, and it comes down just to her elbows. She's wearing these very ornate gloves. Have these very intricate patterns in them that kind of move, sort of like a Rorschach photo. And she takes her hand, and she takes a fork. She's just picking at a little salad sitting in front of her. And as you guys get closer, you see that food that you guys ordered last time is already out for you. Even the outlandish, I think one of you guys for chocolate milk last time. Even the
banana
outlandish
milk.
stuff. That's what it was.
Banana milk.
Banana milk is sitting there.
Yeah.
I didn't order any food last time, so Lyrax was like, oh, whoops.
Strawberries, mangoes, sweet rolls, bacon, jerky, lasagna, chocolate milk, waffles, ale, tap water, and Stardust infused red and white wine. Almost as if
you have any uninfused?
Almost as if you know where to sit.
Interesting. Lyrax will approach and give a pretty deep bow, and as he comes up, he says, "Your Majesty, looking especially bedazzled today."
You flatter me, Lyrax. It's so good to see you all back here. That means you've succeeded, I take it?
Oh, I mean, if you could call doing everything you asked and doing it very well succeeding, yes.
Have a seat. It's good to see you're all well. It's going to kind of look. She looks over each and every one of you, kind of taking in how you do look. If you'd like to tell me what Estrella would see.
Yeah, I'll go first if everybody else needs a second to think. Lyrax is back in that golden and black tux. Unfortunately, I don't... Do you guys have an ironing board on your ship? Because he didn't have time to get it
I
dry
do, personally. You're always welcome to use it.
Okay.
We wear the same thing every day. There's no point in having an ironing board.
But it folds into the wall.
It makes no sense.
So
Takes up no
Lyrax used Flip's ironing board, and it's clearly not been dry cleaned, but it is straight at least. And he looks fine. He doesn't look amazing, but he looks groomed and sharp. And he looks I think confidence-wise and like personality-wise, he's a lot higher of a level than he was last time you saw him. Just like brimming with energy today. And he'll take a seat at the wine, I guess. He's like, this is what I got last time.
You look over and you see Brenden is not nearly as flashed up as he was last time. Instead of that like white little suit that he had on with the hat and like the gold bullets across the top and the suspenders and everything, instead he's back in his old work outfit. He looks like a blue collar man. He has his speed suit on with the overalls over on top of it, and he has like, you know, his regular gun belts and things like that. Obviously the guns aren't really on them. As we walked in the palace, he just put them inside the bag of holding. But otherwise, that's, you see, he looks tired. Let me put it that way, though. The bags under his eyes definitely are a little longer than they were the last time you saw him. But he still has that happy smile, especially with, you know, the waffles and different things and foods in front of him.
Lyrax took all the energy from Brenden, clearly.
Wasn't much left to give, but yes.
Flip just kind of like his eyes are like everything around it, like his eyes is completely clean. Everything below it is pretty filthy because he was in a mine and a catacomb. But his white, you know, widow's peak is, you know, still there. It's still very white, snow white, like his beard as well. His little bifocals are filthy, so he tries to the exact same, no change, still dirty. His, you know, blue corduroy suit is very, very dark. It looks black, and he goes a little.
I love that you're doing that here, Flip.
You just pat yourself off and get all the dust off in her courtyard.
Like a little cloud, and then there's a very minor change in color, but it's a little bit lighter. He's like, oh, still has the color.
I was
gonna wear the corduroy suit into the mine? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, CJ.
They're absolutely fine. I was going to wait until everyone described to themselves, but I do want to mention, at seeing this, Estrella will snap her fingers and just kind of motion to the chair to indicate for one of her people to lay down a cloth for Flip specifically.
Somebody get that man a towel to sit on.
Yeah.
It's the corduroy. It really keeps the cold.
Oh yeah, like a sponge. It's terrible, but looks great.
And immediately as you walk up, Klaus appears with a towel and he and gingerly places it down where Flip's spot is, presumably. And then he steps back.
He also put down like a little coaster under his feet every time he takes a step, just like.
Yes.
Or do they give him those little...
around.
I mean, that's
From
amazing.
Across the room, he's just like a little
throwing him. That's amazing, but I would have thought they would give him the little booties that plumbers wear when they come into your house.
No, those are unbecoming.
Like, he doesn't even realize it's happening, and they just tie it on when he takes a step.
He's like, "What the heck are these?"
After you do take your seat, Flip, you do see another butler come out and quickly prestidigitate the area from behind you just to clean everything up. And then he nods, and you see Klaus, who's standing next to Estrella, just nod. They go back.
Flip waves his fat little fingers around. He's like, "Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Forgive my appearance, my lady."
Nothing to forgive, after all. You are all my esteemed guests. You're welcome here in... And she looks you up and down, but seems pleased with the prestidigitation and goes, "Any state."
Charming as ever.
Inconstant.
Constant just shuffles over to her assigned seat. She's a little banged up. She's got quite a few scratches and just like a little bandages peeking out from underneath the gray dress. She did put her little dress back on with her little bunny pin.
Aww.
And maybe like a little sweater or something over. She needs the extra comfort today. And she looks like either she hasn't slept enough or she slept too much. You can't really tell. She's just kind of halfway here.
So my 3 companions just look like frazzled and either dirty or like they need more sleep. And then Lyrax is just less hot than he was before, which is a clear indicator of something being wrong with Lyrax.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, she'll look you all over and she says, before we get to business, I've made sure your favorites are here, but could I interest anyone in some coffee, maybe, or some sort of pick-me-up?
I'll take the pick-me-up if you wouldn't mind.
Ice cold milk.
Very
If you
well.
have, of course.
Of course I do. You all look great. You look great. And it's just going to nod to the nearest help for, and just say, pick me up for Brenden, please, and just a round of coffee, cold milk.
I'll take a milk as well, actually.
When you both ask for milk, Klaus looks at the table and he looks at the chocolate milk and the
Not that
banana
milk.
milk that's already there. And
Austin is sipping at the banana milk.
What? The chocolate milk's just been here?
yeah.
It's over. Never mind. He's a dual fisting. He's just, double fisting milk.
I'll just take plain milk, please.
And you might even get the idea that with how close they were to the table at the moment that you were expressing what you wanted, Estrella didn't necessarily need to repeat it. It was more of a politeness to do so. It was, they want some milk and some, coffee. Pick me up for Brenden. But it was very much like making light of. She didn't have to say anything. And she just sends them off to get you a third flavor of milk.
Look, that's the thing, I don't want it flavored.
Oh my goodness.
Plain is a flavor? Question mark?
That's the only flavor we don't have is regular milk.
And
whole milk, please.
Three butlers appear behind you, and each one of them places down a little saucer of white milk.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it was in a saucer. Hell yes.
Of course it's in a saucer.
Yeah, Lyrax is gonna take that and like very elegant, like holding like the tea cup or saucer, and then he's gonna like with his tongue and just lap it up.
Brenden, they set down a clear liquid in a shot glass in front of you.
Describe it, Brenden.
It just went in. I mean, I assume like
we're a podcast.
Say
what you did.
You're right. He takes it.
He took the shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Takes the shot. It's just.
I just watched Christian take a shot for the camera.
I'm trying to tell the patrons.
We're still on Spotify. Just watch him take a shot twice.
Things are happening, guys. I promise.
Yeah. When actual play streamers decide to do a podcast.
If only you could see.
Yeah. So I drink the shot.
You are cured of your level of exhaustion.
Oh.
Whoa! I want one of those.
Thank you very much, Miss Estrella. I feel a lot better now. And of course, coffee for Constant. And even though Flip is double fisting chocolate milk, they still bring out a little cup of coffee for him too.
Constant dumps her banana milk into the coffee and just keeps sipping it.
I mean, no, that's a good idea. That sounds good.
All right.
You could do the chocolate milk. It'd be a mocha.
Mr. Estrella, obviously, we did what you asked. I will say, and this is, we have no tail in this fight, but you did have some people who wanted to lead us off the trail and said your intentions weren't as pure as they seem. Again, it didn't make much difference to us, because we don't live here in the cluster. And quite frankly, after last night's job, although your hospitality is amazing, I don't think we're going to be staying here much longer either.
I understand. And I must say that, and she kind of pauses and sighs a little, you don't reach where I am without making a few enemies. No matter how kind you wish to be, or how many times you try to take others into consideration, it's power breeds many things, but jealousy or ulterior motives is merely one of them.
Well, tell me about it.
She chuckles. She says, I do appreciate you warning me. It's nice to know if there's something to be concerned about, but I'm not worried at the moment.
It's more that you might not have a clean of house as you might want to prestidigitate, because they did know we were coming here before we did. So obviously somebody is either watching us or inside watching you.
Well, to be fair, Brenden, they did throw me a rose in the middle of a populated coliseum.
Yes, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about more the fact that they knew exactly when we were leaving.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's some craziness right there. But I mean, that is a good point, Lyrax.
She smiles a little. Please, do not concern yourself with anything of that matter right now. I will do my due diligence, but I will say that, again, you don't rise to this level without having your own eyes and ears everywhere.
Copy that. Consider it forgot.
She just smiles and she says, now, forgive my forwardness, but do you have...
Pulls forward the key and throws it towards her. No need. No need for forgiving. We're here for business after all.
Takes it, immediately looks it over. Almost distractedly waves her hands to someone again for either Klaus or Jacques or whoever's around. Just almost distractedly and says, the cards, please. Your payment.
Klaus steps forward and produces 4 envelopes and hands one to each of you.
Now, these are my VIP cards. They are valid anywhere throughout the cluster, so if there's anything you need, just make sure you're here. Not necessarily here on Aphrodisia, but anywhere. It will be honored. Oh, speaking of having eyes and ears, I think I have something that might interest you, Lyrax. A little additional thank you, as you were the one who caught my interest.
He adjusts in his chair and swirls his wine.
Before she even finishes her sentence, Lyrax, another one of her servants walks up to you with a box.
How big's this box? I'm gonna try and do it Christmas, like shake it around.
He kneels and he presents.
Okay, I won't shake it around then.
Yeah, he kneels and he holds the box up to you.
He will, with practiced poise, take it and unclasp what I'm sure is a fine royal-looking clasp and see what's inside.
You open up the box and it's a shield.
Oh my fucking god! I knew it.
It is a very nice, faintly golden,
stealthy golden,
and it kind of shimmers, and you look at it and it looks like you. Like it's so shiny that it reflects your reflection shows up on it. How do you feel right now, Lyrax?
Flattered and uncertain.
As these thoughts enter your mind, flattered and uncertain, your reflection begins to mirror that.
It has my face on it.
The you on the shield begins to look outwardly uncertain.
And it gets a blush on its cheeks.
And flattered, yes. Even though you're probably trying to hide it.
Yeah, he's usually very stoic from a practice, and he's interesting. Yeah, he quickly internally checks his emotions too, and he's like, suave, handsome, sexy, emotions. Ha! He tries to shift those over,
and it does.
Interesting.
The U on the shield begins to change yet again to reflect those emotions.
I think it will suit your needs. What do you think?
That is quite the gift, I have to say. He kind of meets eyes with her. He says, "You were either a very lucky guesser or you are keeping very close tabs on us."
It's merely a token of my appreciation. Those cards.
I'd like to insight check that. Hang on a minute.
And she just says, those cards, they will take care of more than a shield. Just make sure you use them. You've done something great for me today. And she looks back down at that key and she says, he made a mistake. He made a few mistakes. The greatest mistake I think he made was moving away from me. I could have led him in a better direction.
I want to insight check that too.
And Lyrax is like, insight check, insight check.
The first one was a 16.
First one was a 16. Okay.
When they were just saying it's merely a token.
And the second one?
Not nearly as good, 7.
Okay.
Yeah, he made a mistake. You're right. Of course, girl.
I will say that now it's I will let Brenden decide if there's any other specific things that need to be elaborated on, but she was not she didn't lack transparency when she said, speaking of eyes and ears, I think you may, I may have a gift that interests you.
Okay,
so,
I see. I that part flew over my head.
That doesn't necessarily, and I'll, if Brenden has anything else, he wants to add, that's fine, but that doesn't necessarily mean she has super close tabs on you. Someone might have caught you saying something about a shield, someone, etc., etc. It's...
It was just the only time I think I talked about it was at the ship. I was
Listen,
like, oh.
Estrella, you don't have to explain yourself to them. They did what they were supposed to do. And they got
You know what? Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
That's all I get with a 16. I don't know much.
But I will say she made that comment, so you can assume that somewhere she got the information you need in the shield, I would say. But
Lyrax, as far as you know, she's being completely genuine.
Wow, okay.
Yep.
She's better than me.
In every way.
or maybe that's all or maybe that's all the information.
Maybe she's just a higher level than me.
Maybe she's just gotten a few levels in energy, that is.
We're all looking forward, and on the side of Lyrax's shield, the face of Lyrax is literally like, huh? Maybe, huh? What? It's just trying to figure out
it's a shield of expression. It doesn't have to be your face on it, but what it does is the image changes to match your...
Oh, so it could be like one of those theater faces, like the happy or sad face.
It could be literally whatever you want it to be. I always imagined it as a lion.
Oh, it's definitely a lion.
Yeah.
Nondescript lion.
But when you're in combat, it reflects your person. So you could add that to your inventory.
Okay, cool. So shield of expression.
Yes.
I like that.
Well, I appreciate your first off, your candor, but also your generosity, Miss Estrella, or your majesty.
You all may call me Estrella if you wish.
Okay, Estrella.
With pleasure.
Again, we don't have a stake in this game. But if you could make sure that with all your eyes and ears, they could be not hearing or making sure no one else hears about the 3 small people and 1 tall lion that did do the stealing. There is, I think, only 1 person that we saw that might even be able to try and put those pieces together when we were running out. But other than that, I didn't see anyone. You, again, are a little more connected than we are. We right now have enough people after us from all of our various escapades. Flip and I, apparently Constance. And we haven't even began to talk to Lyrax about whatever the crap's going on with him. So that would be much appreciated, along with these very nice VIP cards.
The cards are very much appreciated.
So you were seen by one person. I'm sure I can manage something there. But I appreciate the heads up and your own straightforwardness. I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm glad that you took a subtle approach. His people can be violent.
To be fair, our faces were well covered. I made sure that we all made sure to be unrecognizable and did our best to not leave anything behind except for the shield that fell into the chasm of doom, but whatever. That's neither here nor there.
Very well. Well, for now, at least at the moment, please do enjoy yourselves. Relax. Would anyone else like a pick-me-up? It did seem to do you some good, Brenden.
I think Flip could use one. His hip's bad. Just really, really bad.
If you think my hip's bad, you should hear his hip.
Okay,
He creaks. He
he's
creaks all around the
so
ship.
much. My hip doesn't give out like Flip's gives out. You know.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
pick me up, Flip. Just take
As
it.
you guys are
I'll
arguing
take
back
it.
and forth, pick me up. A little shot glass with clear liquid appears in front of Flip.
Nice. Flip is going to. So, what is it in the form of like a drink?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's just a shot.
So he takes a deep breath and he's also got a lot of milk in there. So he
That's
gets a
what
whiff.
she said.
He gets a whiff of that and kind of gags a little bit, but he just plugs it, clutches his nose with his index and finger and thumb and shoots it right down and he like kind of puffs up a little bit, but then he starts to relax and feels very, very good. Like, oh yeah, that's some powerful stuff.
Right, you
Right
can
there.
feel it right in your hip. That's where it went for me, at least. It just went right there, and I was feeling good.
Normally, you are dead on. It's rolling the hip
Little
right now.
warm
It's
in the
gone.
hips. It's great.
It's like someone just rubbed some warm butter on there. It feels
Right?
good.
Right?
Mm.
It's amazing.
I'm a fan. Thank you so much, Estrella. Thank you, truly.
I wouldn't want any of you to feel tired or bedraggled in any sense for an assignment, a favor I asked you to do for me. I think it is certainly cause for celebration, so relax for a bit, enjoy yourselves, and if you'll excuse me just for a moment, and she is going to stand and kind of tap her glass, and just get the attention of the room, anyone who is mulling about. And she says, these past few days here in our beloved Aphrodisia have been productive, and I believe we're ushering in yet another new era of beauty and efficiency and magic. So this is to you all, and a thank you for each role that you've all played. Her gaze falls on you all. From your designer queen.
Cheers.
And holds it up.
A soft applause kind of ripples through the garden.
All these people on your payroll.
Yes, they got me
like, yeah.
to clap.
We agree.
Very inspiring. What can I say? But she raises a glass, takes a little sip, and sits back down. You're very welcome to stay here with me at the table, or mull around if you'd like to meet anyone here.
Brenden will take a just rip off a piece of paper, his little journal, and write down, use this to buy the parts. Hurry. We don't want to stay here too long. And he'll take the VIP pass, and he'll go over to Chunk, and just tuck it inside of like Chunk's actual body, and he'll point out and let him fly. He'll go like, you know where to go, and he'll give him a little wave, and let Chunk fly up and then fly over to Maze where Lucky is, so that he can begin to go ahead and start fixing the ship, getting the parts where they need to be, and buying everything he needs to get. Yeah. Sure.
We have a while before we're completely ready to leave.
Yeah.
Some repairs need to be made, some adjustments made. I would like to talk to you about the arrangement we had before that we had put a pin in. And that doesn't need to be an everyone discussion, but...
Understood.
Sure.
I do believe that it does not... Now, I may be coming from, well, a place where I've lived a very different life for these years, but I think there's always time to sit down, take a moment, and enjoy the finer things in life. Or at least, there's almost always time. I'm glad that you can make some time for me.
Lyrax gives Brenden a side eye. Just like look at him because he looks slightly more frustrated.
Brendan's like, whatever y'all have going on is weird, and y'all can have whatever you're going on with. Brenden will look over to Constance and be like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Flip, you come to.
She just nods and gets up from the table.
Just walk over towards some flowers so they can have their quick moment or whatever.
Seeing that you're heading off, Estrella will point to some of the blooms and say, I do recommend those. They're really rather fragrant at the moment.
All right, let's go smell some flowers, guys. Start walking over there.
Go smell some flowers while I talk to Lyrax.
Yeah, just go smell some flowers.
I wasn't suggesting everything. I get up. Oh, okay, bye. Okay.
No, I have to. Whenever y'all are done, I do need to speak to Miss Constance for a moment.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Lyrax just wanted to bring up the possibility of an alliance of sorts and helping the people of Achilles again. Just to put it bluntly, because Lyrax has a way of like being eloquent and talking for a long time, so that's the gist he wants to get across.
At the very outset, she will say, Lyrax, I do assure you that we are allies in some sense. You have done me a great service, and I've provided you with one of the best sort of things that I can get you any of these supplies that you need, and if that could help with what you're doing, I would be very happy with that. At the moment, our interests are such that it would jeopardize the safety of the cluster to have a direct alliance. I'm not the only one.
It doesn't need to be direct.
I am not the only one in charge of the cluster. As much as it seems that I have the power to do anything, and in many senses that is not perhaps untrue.
Well, I didn't expect it all at once. And as we discussed, it was not going to be payment for this job, as it's too small of a shove.
I will not say no. I will say you have all proven yourselves to me, and I would trust you with many things. And there may come a time where I have within my ability to say yes, and there may come a time where I have things that I need you all to do that an alliance would be worthy payment for. So, keep me in mind, and I won't forget that you've asked this.
He nods. He says, in that case, I'll contact info. And he'll just exchange, I don't know, phone numbers. However this universe gets in contact with people.
She gives
emails.
you her WhatsApp.
Y'all follow each other on Facebook now. It's cool.
Friends on Facebook.
Baby.
Well, not friends, no.
Y'all are
Facebook.
Facebook. No.
Oh,
And she'll say to Lyrax, I can assure you, you will always know where to find me. I am not a
course.
difficult person to find.
I was just making sure you could always find me. I can be a very difficult person to find.
Perhaps that may aid you in whatever it is you're doing next.
It definitely aided me last night. That sounded very suggestive. Hang on. And he giggles or whatever. I think that's as much as that conversation needs to go, other than chatting, whatever.
She'll
Flirting a little bit.
She's got, I think, one of several sort of very well hidden, and not necessarily in a stealth way, but in a beautiful design of the dress sort of way, pockets. And she will finally tuck that key that she's been holding into one of those pockets and kind of adjust, sit and say, I am grateful for everything you all have done. And I hope that what I have been able to provide, and knowing that you are in my good graces, will be accurate payment for what you've been through to do this for me.
Of course, I think we all see it that way.
Good.
So as they're talking, Brenden will go over to Miss Constance. She'll be like, Miss Constance, how you feeling? Really?
Great.
Okay. We've seen this a lot. You know, after your first mission, things can get a little fuzzy-wuzzy up in your brain, right? Now, usually, on a mission, people don't get their heads chopped off right away.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that's not a normal occurrence. That's like on a scale of 1 to 10. What we think that's like a 6.
Oh,
a 6 flip.
6?
Yeah,
6 or a 5.
5 or a 6. You know, it's not. You only go like sequentially, a 1, a 2, a 3. You jump to a 5.
When you're sort of in a war,
yeah.
You see a lot more horrors like we have, but things like this should not go that way. And it's important not to ignore
the psychological effect it can have on your brain. Mm-hmm. So we have each other, and we talk about a lot of this stuff. You know, like right now we're basically numb to it, right? So it's important that you speak on how you're feeling truly. You know?
She's looking back and forth between the two of them like they are absolutely insane.
We just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, you know. You okay?
I really don't know.
That's a good response, Constance. I mean, I guess you do need to work through it a little bit. That being said, you know, whenever I needed to speak to somebody and Flip wasn't there, Chunk is a pretty good listener. He can't really speak back to you, but it sometimes finds it comforting, you know, regardless of whatever you tell him. He's not gonna tell anybody else. He won't even tell me. He kind of has his own type of personality, if you haven't noticed. But I did want to congratulate you on making it through. Sincerely apologize for the little wound you did receive in the shoulder right there. And I will say, if you want to keep traveling with us, Miss Constance, your debt has been paid. We will take you wherever you want to go. But if you haven't, you know, seen much of the galaxy, I mean, you're young. I'd say this is the perfect time to see it. Even if it's with 2 old men and apparently the Prince of Debt.
Somewhere Lyrax's shield goes, oh.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Although, I will say it is important to realize you now have a VIP card for a cluster or whatever. I don't know what you can learn more from us. And this place seems okay, pretty safe, so we won't take it personally if you want to stay. I think everybody has to have their own little journeys, you know? I'm just saying that there is an invite if you want to join ours. But we also just wanted to say, you know, if you need somebody to talk to, and you don't want to talk to two old farts with hip problems, or, again, the Prince of Debt, Chunk is there, or who knows, I can rig up something if you have somebody you need that in the galaxy you're willing to call. I'm sure I can, you know, rig something up, and I know that I know space can be a little lonely, especially when you're young. Funny enough, Flip and I met inside of an orphanage. So, both of us know what being lonely is all about, you know. We've been buds for... Shoot, it's really...
Too long, but not long enough. The bottom line is, wherever you go, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, we're going to help you get there, best we can, and we're going to do our best to keep you safe. Because you did us a service. Not many people willingly go through the things you did. So, thank you.
Thank you.
She looks a little guilty at that. But, yeah, she's doing her best to take in this conversation, and she'll just nod.
Cool. One more thing. If you do stay with us, I'm gonna have to build you some armor because you're what we call in the business squishy. And so I'm thinking,
I don't know, she kind of like looks at her stomach and she's like, I mean, I didn't think I weighed that much.
I don't know if you like the taste of whatever you tasted with the little parts that we got. I know it said tasted like iron or blood or something like that. I think it's a pretty good material to start out with. And you got a little bit of extra Stardust, so I'll probably put something in there too. So we'll just make you a little less squishy.
At the mention of like Stardust and potentially like some kind of project, she does light up a little bit.
Brenden takes a little note of that. And he looks back over to Lyrax, who has probably said something inappropriate or that can be taken the wrong way. And
just shamelessly flirting at this point.
I give him a little thumbs up as if like, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, you can't flirt too hard with her because she's definitely got like a man in mind. So he's like, yeah, I can go.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Estrella. I think it's time for us to take our leave.
She'll wave gently and she says, I do wish you could stay and celebrate longer, but you're people with things to do, and I admire that. You're always welcome here in Aphrodisia.
Perfect. And you're always welcome on my ship. It's kind of small.
That in mind.
It barely has room to fit all of us.
You'd have to bend over. It's kind of, the ceiling's kind of low.
Well, I'm not unaccustomed to areas of all utility.
Shag carpeting.
Do like a bit of glamour.
On the
she
walls.
Pauses and looks at you like
on the walls.
All right, come on, Lyrax, let's get out of here.
Gives you a very puzzled look, and is maybe briefly entertaining the idea of redecorating your ship, but you leave before she gets to that. So she simply waves goodbye.
Lyrax slings the shield over his back and follows his shorter companions, and as he leaves, the lion on the shield gives a little wink.
I walk over to Klaus as we're leaving, and I just whisper to Klaus, I don't know if you know this or not, but I think you might have a spy. And I palm him one of the pistols.
Oh my god.
I shake his hand, and I keep walking, give him a little salute, and keep walking out the door.
Klaus is definitely the butler with like Secret Service training.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
He's the
Like
Alfred
if you
of
ever seen Black
Aphrodisia.
He's,
Butler. Yeah.
He's the Alfred of Aphrodisia.
Exactly. I'm glad we
He
went to
is
the same
vibes.
place.
He's Estrella's. Yeah, he's Estrella's like right hand man,
Yeah.
basically.
Like
He
that
could have
make
killed
it
us all in an
Like he goes to
instant.
hand him the gun, and like he opens his coat, and he's got an even bigger one. Like,
He's got
and not on my watch.
He's got a Smith and Wesson in his fucking coat pocket. He's just like strapped.
Right. And yeah, so with that, we leave Estrella's place, Aphrodisia, with Estrella waving. And Lyrax, you look back and you see Estrella waving, and you see she reaches into that little secret pocket of her dresser. She pulls out the key and she stares at it. And she's still kind of waving at you absentmindedly, but she looks at the key and she just keeps kind of flipping it back and forth in her fingers. You once again, the her Secret Service and tuxedos don't bother you as you guys leave. They mostly clear out.
Lyrax nods at the guy in the gold tux again.
And yeah, you guys make your way back to the Tipsy Weaver in Arcadia. You open the door, walk in. It's moderately packed, you know. May's place stays popping, right? It's about moderately packed, and May doesn't even really notice you when you first walk in. But of course, you know, the little ting ding, the little bell rings over the door, and she goes, "Y'all make yourselves at home. You know the drill, I'm sure you do."
Thanks, May. I appreciate it.
She perks up. She goes, "Well, Brenden," and she takes a glass and she chunks it at you.
And Chunk catches it. He knew it was coming.
Goes, "Well, how are you just gonna leave and not give me a call? You don't write, you don't let me know. It's been 48 hours and I ain't heard nothing from you. I ain't seen head nor tails of you." And then she grabs another glass and she chunks it at Flip.
Chunk doesn't
It just
Oh my god.
Flip just tanks it, like it just shatters on him. He doesn't move, he doesn't really react. It's just like he nods and looks down. He just,
And it immediately removes all the bravado. She goes, "Heavens!" And she grabs a towel and she runs over to you and she starts dabbing you.
he's just bleeding from the head. No, I had that coming. Truly,
Flip,
we should have said
you take 2 points of damage from the glass, and she starts dabbing you with the towel. She goes, "Nah, I was just upset."
Oh,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry."
All right, May.
you're fine, you're fine.
But now,
we
to be
came back.
fair, you should have called. You should have let me know. I was worried sick.
That's what
I
I'm
was worried
Right,
sick
we
about you.
came
And
back.
look at you, your nice corduroy suit. She taps you and dust pops out. She goes, "Your nice corduroy suit. What you been crawling around, playing in dirt out there?"
Well, he looks down. Part
May,
of it was dirt.
how about this little thing we got for you? Lucky's using it right now, but can one of y'all show her what we got for helping?
She goes, "Oh, what you see? And this is why you should come.
May, it's
Miss May,
it's just a little one of these VIP things. One of y'all show her, but
Well,
listen-
no, I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you, sweetheart. I know all about it."
wait, what?
She
How
says,
do you know all about it?
She says, "Well, earlier this morning, a very dapper young gentleman came in. He was actually kind of cute. I think he was sweet on me. Had a real nice mustache. And well, I guess I'll just be plain and say it. Lucky has a shop here on the cluster now."
Oh,
Oh.
well,
That's
I
good.
guess that takes care of that problem.
Gave him a title and a deed and everything.
Oh,
He's been working on your ship all morning.
Oddly convenient. Happy for him.
perfect. I mean, he needs to. Okay, so hold up a second now. I want my 500 credits back.
But
I mean, you can discuss that with him, I imagine.
No, don't worry. We're gonna talk with Lucky. I will talk with Lucky. Don't worry.
Okay, but Miss May, I'm so sorry to have worried you. First off.
Oh, it's fine. And you never told me. So that's right. How? Oh, how was Estrella's palace? Please tell me all about it.
It was wonderful.
Is she as beautiful up close as she is from afar?
Absolutely. He'll go into detail and tell her about all the things they saw.
She pulls up a stool. She grabs two glasses, pours them up, and she just sits there. Tell me everything.
Is the bar still busy, right?
Yes.
He like kind of points at the bar. He's like, "Do you mind if I work while I talk? I'll help you out a little bit." As apology.
She looks a little impressed. She says, "Well, if you know your way behind the bar."
Yeah, Lyrax grabs like the nearest like clean towel, flips it over his shoulder like a professional bartender. He's like, "Yes, of course I do." And he'll start making drinks, and he'll regale her of the tales and all that.
Oh yeah, she is all in. You and the fact that you know how to make a drink, she is thoroughly impressed with you, Lyrax.
Thank you. And he'll toss her a wink every now and then, as he does an especially fancy bartender maneuver.
Oh, she's eating it up. She's eating it up. If it wasn't her bar, she would tip you.
I do want to just make one cursory glance around, just to see if anyone's watching us.
Give me a perception check
before we head out of here. Never mind. Got it.
You shouldn't have used D&D Beyond.
You don't even know what you're looking for.
I really don't.
You just a sense of paranoia just hits you as this almost too picture perfect moment. You're looking around, and you should feel happy. How do you feel, Brenden?
Brenden will get up and like listen as he's hearing like Lyrax tell the story, see the bar like all and then he just has this twinge of the fact that somebody knew where they were going to be. That Estrella knew about the lost shields. He presumes Estrella probably knows about the second key. And he starts to think to himself, what else does everyone around him know? The two short men are, known throughout the galaxy. But there's also more things that Brenden knows is going on with his family. And he thinks he's safe to leave May and Lucky here. But he feels happy about the fact that his ship is being fixed. But the anxiety that he feels is something that he hasn't lost since the wars. And since the past week has happened with Lucky and everything that's happened, he's seen more action, like actually up close, almost death action in the past week than he's seen in a couple of years, other than the stuff with like on ship combat. And he doesn't take this as something of being good, just something of this is the beginning of something horrible. This is the beginning of the beginning of him going back into war when he thought he was retired.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so he doesn't. It's definitely not something that's like blaring in the front of his brain, but it is. There's somebody out there hunting his family down. Potentially hunting him down. He has these new group of people that he now has to protect, and life is just not where he expected it to be at his old age. And so as he looks around just trying to find who might be watching and doesn't see anything, he sits down, grabs a thing of ale probably served to him by Lyrax, and just chugs it.
Yeah, you get a stout called Dragon's Milk.
He puts it down, eyes Lyrax, and just thinks in his mind, this party and their milk. And he'll sit back down.
Well, I mean, it is fitting.
And he'll wait on Lucky to finish his shit.
All right. And with that, I think that's a good spot to end it, you guys.
Now that Christian has foreshadowed like the next 5 seasons of Stardust and Dragons.
Beginning of war, baby.
Yeah. It's all just part of the healing process. We got the 2 short men showing what PTSD looks like, and it's in its later years. We got Constant, who experienced it firsthand, emerging PTSD, and Lyrax. Well,
I almost feel bad for like being as jazzed as he is, but that's
someone has to be.
He feels like things are finally starting to go his way. He's got friends again. He's got money. He's got an oath. Some god is backing him up.
He's big chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Well, all right, guys. Listeners, thank you so much for rocking with us. CJ, thank you once again for lending your voice to the podcast as the glorious Estrella Elegantis.
Thank you for having me. It's always a great time.
Yes.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
That was Christian Hatcher as Brenden Dionheart, Dan Wood as Flip Odonell, Max Morin as Lyrax Proudmane, Rayna Mcguire as Constance, and Brenden Hatcher as your DM. Stardust and Dragons is co-produced by Christian and Brenden Hatcher and Caleb Patrick. This episode was edited by Eric Robinson. If you like our content, the best way to support us is to find us on Patreon at patreon.com/speakeasyproductions. There you can find our Discord, art, and special deals on how you can get more involved with our community. For more information, make sure to look us up at stardustanddragons.com. And remember, our adventure is in the stars.